Hey guys, hey, it's Whitney. I wanted to chat with you about judging moms and judging each other and ourselves and our worth as moms. I was talking to one of my clients today about that, and really we get stuck on. I was telling a story about I'm getting really frustrated with my daughter. She's 4, and how she won't brush her hair. And so she goes to school and her hair is like a rat's nest all over everywhere. And really I start to wonder about, am I was kind of, why is it really upsetting me? Why is it getting so upsetting to me about her not brushing her hair? So I really wanted to reflect on that. I'm like, because it was driving me crazy. And I'm trying to be more conscious about my emotions and how I'm parenting. And when I dug deeper, I was really concerned about other people judging me and my parenting skills. Like, I didn't have my stuff together if my daughter went to school with crazy hair. So I so I wanted to share that, because when deep down, it's a fear of not being good enough, a fear of not being good enough around others. So I just wanted to share that. Hey, other ladies out there, that we're all doing that, and it comes back to the whole I'm not good enough as a mom, and I'm just trying to figure it out. And what is everyone else judging me for? Um, so that whole mommy guilt thing comes up, and that's part of my guiltless grace group, the mommy guilt. Um, and it reminded me, I was at an awesome keynote. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I was at an awesome keynote presentation back in the fall. Her name is Dr. Shafali, and she's a parenting guru and psychologist. And she says what we really need to do with our children is to connect with them on a conscious level and just be really, really present, but detached from the outcome. Because them not being great is not a reflection on you. Them being, you know, not an astronaut or not A plus or whatever is not about you at all. It's them and their journey, and we project so much onto our kids about what we want and what's good enough and what we think is good enough. So really trying to let go of that guilt and judgment about ourselves and what other people are thinking about your kids. Hey guys, thanks for watching. So just sharing some of my thoughts on parenting, and also not being judging yourself and judging others about what's going on. So Dr. Shafali was really talking about being unattached to the outcome. It was interesting. I was talking to one of my widow friends, and she uses a little bit more colorful language now that her husband died. You know, a lot of us are really like, we live more in the moment, and we're more about, okay, who am I? What do I stand for? And I care less about what other people think. And it's very liberating. So this one friend in particular, she was talking about how she uses a bit more colorful language on her Facebook page. And she probably dropped the F-bomb a few times during that conversation with me. And her mom came over and talked to her, and she was like appalled. She's like, what are you doing? Like, I'm embarrassed, and like, what are my friends gonna think about you using this language? And my friend is, she's in her late 30s, early 40s, and her mom is still worried about what other people think about her. So her mom, she's worried about being judged by her friends on what her daughter, who's 40, her actions. So it's just this self-perpetuating thing, about us feeling that our children are a reflection of us. And our children are not a reflection of us. We're doing our best job. And if they aren't meeting certain standards, beating ourselves up about it or feeling guilty, or did I do this or that or whatever, it's too much. It's too much work, right? So that's what I talk about with my clients, and what I wanted to kind of just share with you today is that really, we want to love our children, be there for them, um, and be unattached to the outcome, right? So I'd love to hear if you have any comments. If you yourself are worried about judgment. My client today was really worried about how her parents would perceive her children, and if they were misbehaving, not misbehaving or being bad kids while grandparents were looking after them, did that look bad on them and their parenting skills and styles, right? So I'd love to know if that's something that you really worry about, like, or does you worry about like your child having to wear the right thing, or are they messy, or um, acting out, even tantrums, right? So, Julie, absolutely. So many people try to control everything when really we don't control anything. Yes, so true, right? So, your kids are having a tantrum, or you can't control their emotions. They're going to have their emotions. We're there to coach them and give them, ways to cope, breathing exercises, teach them about their emotions, use the little people from what's that Disney movie called, where they're all up in their head. So, talking about emotions and giving them words to use. So, but they're the one having the tantrum, not you. I was talking to my coach, Carlene, about this. Awesome coach. If anyone's interested in some one-on-one coaching as well with her. Yeah, so Brandy says, the more you try to control, the less control you have. Inside Out. Inside Out, that's the movie. Yes, thank you. Yeah, the more you try to control, right, then they just blow up even more. So, again, really trying to detach from the outcome and be there for your kids and be that grounded center of, here I am. So now we're getting into emotions and kind of being there for your kids. And being that emotional rock, right? So Meg says it's hard to let go of that concern of judgment, but such a great reminder. Yeah, right? It is hard because it all comes back to our core of, are we good enough? Am I being a good enough mom? Am I a good enough wife? Am I a good enough person? Check, check, check. All the check, check. Am I checking all my boxes? What are other people thinking about me and my child? Are they good enough? Are they measuring up to some standard that who knows what the standard is, right? Who do we want our kids to be? What do we want them to grow up to be like or be? And so you're really, like the cultures where it's like you got to be a doctor, you got to be a dentist, you got to be an engineer, or else you're not worth anything, right? So what do our kids need to learn from us? So yeah, welcome. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Just talking about judgments of other parents and worrying about yourself and how your children's behavior or their looks or their grades or whatever reflects back on you. And you feel like, oh, I'm a bad parent. I haven't done this, and this. I'm not doing a good enough job. And all that pressure we put on ourselves. So, yeah, Julie says, we have to make sure we aren't judging too. Be careful of our eyes, looks, etc. instead of helping other moms out and say things like, I've been there. Totally, totally. Yeah, to support one another because we're all just trying to do the best we can, right? So instead of being, kind of like a nasty mommy and being like, oh my God, I can't believe she doesn't have that child under control or whatever. Like, we're all doing our best, right? So Brandy says, I always say, I want you to be happy when you grow up. Totally, right? So it's about those values, like reflecting back on what are the values or characteristics that your family is important to them, portraying those, and like, I really want us to be honest with each other. I really want us to be loving and showing the values rather than, well, you got to get grades or else I'm not going to love you. Like the conditions we put on each other. So Casey, I have become really used to putting on the blinders and just trying to focus on helping them, especially when they freak out. Public planes. I know. Oh, the planes. I had the worst experience when Leanna was 2. she just lost her mind. Like, we were on the plane, and she hadn't had a nap, and like nothing was solving the issue. I offered cookies, I offered whatever. We just had to land and get out of there. Like, but you're right. Yeah, putting the blinders. Like, okay, if everyone's looking, whatever. Right? Just being in the moment, being there for your kid and listening to them. Like, all right, hon, we're gonna get through this. Yeah. So, hey guys, thanks for watching. We're just talking about parenting and feeling the judgment of others and how that may reflect back on us, and what that means. Laura says, happy, healthy, and fulfilled. Those are our mottos for our family. Yeah, that's awesome. So those are great mottos. Happy, healthy, fulfilled. Fulfilled. Yeah. And then defining that, right? So what does that mean to you? What does that mean to be fulfilled? Right. Julie, and remember not to apologize. Totally. So if you're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, my children are like, oh, aren't they the worst? Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, no, whatever. They're having a bad day. Forget about it. They're having a moment and you're having a moment. So don't even, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So, hey, thanks guys. Thanks guys for, piping in. Again, so just really calm, connecting with our kids and being there and unattached to the outcome. So really just giving them all of our love and helping them to find out who they truly are and what they want to do with their lives. And, you know, the best thing that we can do is to grow ourselves. The best thing we can do is model growth with our emotions, with our lives, with finding what truly gives us life and spark. That's the best thing we can do for our kids, is work on ourselves. So yeah, that's what I love to help people do. For anyone who's watching, who's not part of my Guiltless Grace group, definitely join us there. We'll do some more conversations there. But yeah, Laura says, yep, fulfilled means so many different things to everyone. No, exactly. So really kind of diving deep into what that means. Last year I worked on my values and what I thought was important for our family, because, you know, with my husband dying, I wanted to I'm carrying on for what we wanted as a family. So I really wanted to define, you know, what were his values, but then ultimately my values, because I'm the one who's carrying on for the both of us. So what I did was I picked out those big words and what that meant to me, and I actually got it framed. It's really pretty, hanging in our house, of the big words of what I think our family values are. So some of them are optimism and honesty and honor, playfulness, joy. So a lot of those. But anyway, could be a fun activity for you as well. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I'm going to just sign off, but love to hear more of your comments about things that you do, either judging yourself as a mom or as a woman even, and judgments of yourself, because we are really harsh on ourselves, and then judging other moms. So really, let's kind of show up for each other and do our best. Cool. All right. Those are my musings for tonight. Hope everyone's doing well. Laura says, I am that mom that gives other stranger moms the smile and nod when in public, and you can see when they're having a moment. I hope they take it as me saying, you're doing a good job, not that I'm just being a creep. Yeah, giving them like, yeah, I know how bad that is. That sucks. Or yeah, that they're not thinking like, sucks to be you, lady, right now. Yeah, I mean, one of my mom friends was having a really bad, really tough drop off at kindergarten a few weeks ago, and like all I could do is like after drop off, like give her a hug and be like, yeah, like sometimes drop off sucks, and sometimes we're having a moment, so let's just be there for each other. Yay. Alina, love you, cousin friend. Thanks for watching. Yeah, with your new baby at home, so much to look forward to. Little balls of potential there, our babies. Anyway, thanks guys. Yeah, hope you're having a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.